Namaste friends, welcome to Indian University. We'll get started shortly. Sorry about the delay. Just give us a few minutes and we'll start the class right after that. Alright, just a few more minutes and then we'll start the class. Namaste everyone, Namaste Rita ji. I'm glad to have all the friends in the class. Alright, let's get started. Welcome everyone for joining the class. Sorry we are starting a bit late today. Usually we start around 8 o'clock US Pacific time. Today we are starting at 8:30. But our class will always be at 8 o'clock at US Pacific time. Okay. So as you know, my name is Ashutosh and we meet every Sunday to learn about Hindi language. Just a quick note, today we'll not be doing the class on Google Hangout. It seems like YouTube has discontinued the use of Google Hangout. So don't worry about it. Next week we'll figure something out. Either we'll be doing the interactive session over Zoom or some of the other mechanisms. But never mind, we will share the details. So that's why it's important that you bookmark this page, tiny.cc/Hindi University. So you don't have to figure anything out. All the details will be available on this page. All you have to do is go to this page and learn about how to join the class. Okay. So with that being in mind, let's get started. I still want you to, remain interactive in this class and tell me all the respond to all the questions that we will be discussing in this class. Okay, so in the previous class we started with the topic called present perfect tense in Hindi. Okay, and we learned about the use of how to you conjugate the verb with chuka hoon, chuki hoon, chuki hoon, and then this is for a male, this is for a female, and then chuke hain for masculine plural, and then similarly, like if you want to be respectful, you can say chuki hain for feminine plural. Okay, so this was one mechanism. So this was method one that we learned on how to use present perfect in Hindi. Okay. Where we conjugated the verb with chuka hoon, chuki hoon, and chuke hain. In this class, we'll be learning another method to say the same thing, but this one is rather a little bit complicated. But I wanted to make sure that you all learn about it. So with that in mind, let's get started and we learn about the second method as well in this class. As always, you can ask questions on the Facebook Live, and I'll be responding to that. Now, before I get into the details of how to use the second method of a present perfect tense, I want to give you a quick refresher of the verb called DENA. Okay, and because we'll be conjugating this verb in this class. Okay, so DENA, the way you will write it here with the with a and na with a. DENA is to give. Okay, DENA. Now, if I were to go back, the previous method, I will simply say, if the sentence is I give a gift, and I want you to participate with me. Okay, if the sentence was very simple, most of you will be able to figure it out. Most of you will be able to say main gift. And as you know, the verb is DENA. You will remove na and you will put deta hoon for a male. Okay, for a female it would be main gift deti hoon. Okay, this is for a female singular. So far so good, right? Because this is a present perfect tense, a present indefinite tense. So far so good, like it's simple. Now what if we change it to I have given a gift. I have given a gift. Now it becomes a little bit interesting, but you know what? You still know the method that we learned from the previous class. Okay, so you will say मैं gift दे चुका हूँ for a male. Okay, I shouldn't have erased that. And similarly, for a female, you will say मैं gift दे चुकी हूँ. मैं gift दे चुका हूँ. मैं gift दे चुकी हूँ. Now you see the chuka and chuki, they are influenced by who is saying it. If a male is saying it, you are saying मैं gift दे चुका हूँ. For a female, it's मैं gift दे चुकी हूँ. Okay, so the pronoun is deciding how the verb should be conjugated. In the second method, it's going to be not the subject but the object will be deciding. So regardless of whether it's a male or female, your sentence will remain same. Okay. However, the complicated part is you will be using postposition with your pronoun. You'll be using मैंने. Okay. Now the method, if you learned, past indefinite tense, hopefully it should be rather straightforward for you. But regardless, we'll do a recap. Okay. So let me erase it. Okay. So in the second method, you will be saying, the pronoun is still the same, मैं, but because it's it's a past, it's a present perfect tense, you will be using ने with it. Okay, मैंने, same, you will be having gift here, and then your conjugation will be देना. You will remove the verb. Basically the conjugation will be मैंने gift दिया है. Stay with me, I'll try to break it down for you. मैंने gift दिया है. Okay, and if I were to rewrite it, it would be मैंने gift दिया है. Okay, so regardless of whether I am saying it or Divya is saying it or somebody else is saying it, for both of that, for everything it's going to be मैंने gift दिया है. I have given gift. Okay, now if it is still not clear, don't worry about it. Repetition will help here. Okay, and I'll make sure we will cover it. So मैंने gift दिया है. Now I think couple of questions that may be going on in your mind is why diya? Why not something else? So let's answer that first. Okay. Second question that may be coming in some of your mind is, why we are using मैंने? Okay. Why not something else? Why not, मुझको or मुझसे or anything? Okay. So let's try to answer the, this one, which is the easier one. Second question. We are using मैंने because, as you know, in the previous classes, we learned that Hindi, the verbs can be transitive and intransitive verb. Okay. So whenever we use the transitive verb in the past tense or present perfect tense, we use ne with the pronoun. Okay. Now dena is a very special verb. It's not only a transitive verb where the object is receiving the action, it's also an irregular verb. Okay. So first part, it's basically because you're using a transitive verb in the present perfect tense. That's why you're using ne with the pronoun. Okay. Now second thing is because it's irregular verb, we are changing or conjugating the verb as diya. So I'm going to go into the detail of that part now. And if you want to know a lot of that, there's one full 1 hour video we prepared just on dena. So now let's discuss how the verb conjugation works for dena. I'm going to take few minutes on this one, and then after that we'll be back to the more fun topic, which is actually saying or speaking in Hindi or translating those sentences. So for masculine, when your object is masculine singular versus masculine plural, here it's feminine singular and feminine plural. Okay, how the verb conjugation will change for DENA. Okay, for it, if it is masculine singular, it is दिया. Okay, मैंने gift दिया. Okay, so as you can tell, gift is considered masculine singular. Okay, if it is you have given gifts plural, as you could tell, it would be मैंने gift दिए. Okay, मैंने gift दिए. Okay, if it is something like मैंने dress or a साड़ी, or मैंने car दी. Okay, car is considered feminine singular, so it would be मैंने car दी. I have given, मैंने car दी है. Okay, I have given car. Okay, if it is feminine plural, it would be, there is a nasalized sound along with it. Okay, मैंने साड़ियाँ दी हैं और मैंने cars दी हैं. Okay, so these are, you should write down these, the ending of these verbs, so that at least you remember how the verb conjugation will work there. Okay, so with that in mind, I hope this thing is clear to everyone, and I'm glad to see all our upahar, as Ash is saying that if you are particular about the specific word, you can say मैंने उपहार दिया है. Okay, so and I do expect some of the regular folks who are watching, like Divya ji, Maddie, and all of you to participate and ask questions, so that it's interactive. So now let's write it down, and now we'll do our exercise part. Okay, so now what if the scenario is given to you that I have, how will you say I have given a letter? I have given a letter. How will you say this in Hindi? Okay, I have given a letter. So let me take a pause and let me see what you guys think. Let me see what you guys, I have given a letter. Okay, if the method 2 is difficult, you can still participate using the method 1, which is the use of, चुका हूँ, चुकी हूँ. That's also okay. But the key thing is to participate. Okay, I have given a letter. Okay, awesome. So Tara ji has said, मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी. Okay. Now Tara ji, the counter question to you is, how will you say I gave a letter? Okay, when you say I gave a letter, you will still say the same thing, मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी. Okay, so how does मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी? Okay, so Divya ji, you are also saying the same thing, मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी. Now the key thing here between the past indefinite and present perfect is the ending. Okay, I have given a letter. If you were still familiar with the previous scenario, you will say मैं चिट्ठी और letter दे चुका हूँ. That's your method number 1. Okay, the method number 2 is मैंने, as all of you have correctly guessed, एक चिट्ठी. Now चिट्ठी is considered feminine singular. मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी है. You have to end it with है. Okay, in the past indefinite you will simply end it with मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी, I gave a letter. Okay, but because it's present perfect, you will be ending it with है. मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी है. That's a distinction that will kind of make the other person know whether it's past simple or present perfect. Okay, if you are saying मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी थी, I had given a letter, that's a past perfect one. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. And let's get going. Same thing. Priya ji saying मैंने एक चिट्ठी दे दी. You can use two verbs here, DENA, and along with that you are saying दिया, दे दी. So दे दी है, you can say that. You can say that as well, but it's it's you have to end it with है. Okay, मैंने एक चिट्ठी दी, दे दी है. I have given a letter. Okay, so that's correct as well. मैंने एक पत्र दिया है. That's correct, Rita ji. Your answer is absolutely correct, and same is Ash. So I'm glad to see so many of you are now participating. Now let's change it. Now let's make it a little bit more complicated. I have given them. So now let me make it a little bit interesting. I have given them advice. I have given them advice. Okay. Advice is in Hindi is salah. The way you write it, you have a sa with la, a, and ha. Salah. Okay. I have given them advice. Okay. So I have given them advice. Okay, how will you say that in Hindi? That's right, Tara ji. You have written मैंने. If it is simply without them, you will say मैंने सलाह दी है. मैंने सलाह दी है. But because you have them, you will be saying मैंने उनको, to them. Okay, because it's to them. They is वे, as you know. So they in Hindi is वे, and to in Hindi is को. So वे plus को is उनको. Okay, मैंने उनको सलाह दी है. And salah is also considered, as I said, like feminine singular. Okay, because it's considered feminine singular, you said मैंने उनको सलाह दी है, और मैंने उनको opinion दी है. That's also you can say that. So I hope this is challenging you a little bit further. Now what about I have given them sweets. I have given them sweets. So I know this is not we are not doing a Google Hangout, so I cannot really see you practice, but try to say it as you are translating the sentences, so you practice with me. Okay, so try to say it loud and practice with as we are making progress. So Cynthia ji, it would be मैंने उनको सलाह दी है. सलाह is considered feminine singular. Okay. If you're saying it to him or her, for one person, you can say उसको. मैंने उसको सलाह दी है. If it is many people, then you can say उनको. Okay. Good job here. Tara ji is saying मैंने उनको मिठाइयाँ दी हैं. Okay. What about the ending, Tara ji? Is it going to be है or हैं? Okay. So I want you to look at the ending as well. Other than that, so sweet, as you know, it's मिठाई. Singular is मिठाई. Okay. Plural is मिठाइयाँ. Plural is मिठाइयाँ. Okay. Sweet singular is considered feminine singular, and plural, as you know, is feminine. Okay. मिठाइयाँ. I have given them sweets. So as most of you guessed, it would be give it a try. Okay, I want to see everyone else as well. I want to see everyone else how you I have given them sweets. It will be मैंने उनको, मैंने उनको, and I kind of, you know, I write it like this. So मिठाइयाँ, मैंने उनको मिठाइयाँ, and because it's plural it will be दी है. Okay, मैंने उनको मिठाइयाँ दी है. Okay, I have given them sweets. Okay, so I think hopefully this is clear. मैंने उनको मिठाइयाँ दी हैं. That's right, Rita ji. Okay, so that's how you'll be saying it in present perfect tense. Now, you I think in the previous class you asked me which one would I prefer. You know, would I prefer मैं मिठाइयाँ दे चुका हूँ versus मैंने उनको मिठाइयाँ दी हैं. You know, what's more common? My answer was I want you to practice the first method, like मिठाइयाँ दे चुका हूँ. Lesser number of variables, you know, you don't have to worry about whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. You don't have to worry about the figuring out the gender of the object. Okay, so you master that first, and once you're comfortable and once you have a hang of this method, you gradually switch over to this one. Okay, so let's get going with more examples. Okay, now I'm going to make some more changes to the sentences. So instead of DENA, you know, I think I want you to test out some of the other verbs you learned in the past. Okay, so more practice basically. So in the more practice. So some of the other sentences I have is I have taken money. I have taken money. Okay, how will you say it in Hindi? That's your how will you say this thing in Hindi? Okay, now if it is difficult, I want you to at least respond with the first method. Okay, I have taken money. I have taken money. Okay, awesome. Taraji, good job there. Let's see what other people are thinking. So you are saying मैंने पैसे लिए हैं. I have taken money. Let's see what other people are thinking. I can give some hint there. To take is LENA. To take is LENA, and just like DENA, LENA is also it's a transitive verb. It's also an irregular verb. Okay, so just like DENA, the ending or verb conjugation LENA works in an exactly similar way. You know, based on whether the object that you're talking about, it's masculine singular, plural, feminine singular, feminine plural. Okay, and Rita Ji is saying मैंने पैसे लिए हैं, same as Ash. Okay, so the consensus is मैंने पैसे. Now Ash is saying ली. Okay, now money is considered. It's like, you know, you have you know, it's implied that you've taken not just $1 but some money, right? So it's considered masculine plural. Okay, so you will be saying मैंने पैसे और रुपये. Either you can say पैसे or you can also say रुपये. मैंने रुपये लिए हैं. I have taken money or I have received money. Okay, मैंने पैसे लिए हैं. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Now, just so that all the other folks who have not watched the previous sessions, I want to kind of write it down how the verb will be changing here. Okay, so the LENA verb that we've spoken about, LENA, for masculine singular it would be लिया. For masculine plural it would be लिए. For feminine singular it's ली, and for feminine plural it's ली. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Okay. Now what about, like, I have taken, instead of money, let's say it is medicine. I have taken. I have taken. I think let's just do a medicine. I want to make it more complicated, but let's just stick with it. I have taken medicine. That, you want to say it to someone that I am sick, but I have taken medicine. Okay, how will you say that? Right. So Maddie, your answer is correct. You can say मैंने पैसा लिया है. That's absolutely correct if you're talking about singular. But if you're saying plural, you'll be saying मैंने पैसे लिए हैं. Okay. Okay. So now let's focus on this one. So the question is, medicine is, you take a guess. It's a masculine or feminine. Okay, so Cynthia, you guessed it right. It will be मैंने medicine ली है. Okay, if you're talking about one medicine, you'll be saying, and as Cynthia has said, medicine is feminine. Okay, so you'll be saying मैंने. Either you can say medicine or you can say दवा. Sometimes it is said दवाई also. मैंने दवाई, and then as you already know that it's a feminine singular, so मैंने दवाई ली है. Okay, I have taken medicine. मैंने दवा ली है और मैंने दवाई ली है. Okay, I think all of you said it right now. Ash, Priya Ji, Maddie, all of you are correct here. Okay, if you have taken many medicines, you can say I have taken, मैंने दवाइयाँ ली है. Okay, मैंने दवाइयाँ ली है. Okay, now I'll make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, I have taken admission. I have taken admission in let's say Oxford University. Oxford University. So let's say you want to say that in Hindi, and I just use Oxford as an example. You can change it to any other university you like, right? I have taken admission in Oxford University. How will you say that in Hindi? And then after that we can switch gears and we can jump to the other type of scenarios in present perfect. Okay, so let's see what you guys think. I have taken admission in Oxford University. It's a little bit interesting because you have to use one more post position here in. Okay, I have taken, so okay, awesome. Taraji, the verb, is it going to be dia or dena or something else? Okay, and Priya Ji, awesome. मैंने Oxford University. Okay. Alright, so the answer for this one is you will say मैंने. I is there, so it's मैं with your pronoun ने. मैंने Oxford University. Now it's because it's the post position, you'll be using में. Okay, मैंने Oxford University में admission लिया है. Okay, let me break it down for you. Some of you are not able to make sense of it. In Oxford University is Oxford University में. Now in Hindi, as you know, there are two types of में. This is the में and the other one is मैं. This one is for I and this one is for in, the post position. Okay, I sometimes write interchangeably, so for this may I write me, for this may I write mai. Okay, so don't read it as me, read it as मैं. So, okay, so in India is India में, in you know, Taiwan is Taiwan में, in Korea is Korea में. Okay, so Oxford University में. Okay, so this is मैंने Oxford University में admission, but because admission is considered masculine singular, you will be saying मैंने Oxford University में admission लिया है. Okay, now some of you may be particular and you're like, I don't want to say admission, I want to say it in Hindi. Okay, so there are two words I can tell you to remember for admission. You can say pravesh. Pravesh is to enter, or and the other one is dakhila. Dakhila. I want you to use the first one. Dakhila is a little bit more formal, and you, depending on how your rest of the sentences, it may come across a little bit awkward. So you can say मैंने Oxford University में प्रवेश लिया है, okay, or admission लिया है. Okay, so let's get going. I hope so far so good. Any questions so far? I mean, we just jumped to the grammar and then started practicing the sentences. Let's take a pause now, and I want you two guys to ask me any questions you have. Okay. So I'm gonna take a pause and I'm gonna ask you to. I'm gonna see if you have any questions. And some of you, if you want to come live, I can figure out if there's a way for me to have you ask questions here. I think so. I think there's a way for me to, let's see. Maddie, you want to ask a question? Let me see if you can ask questions. You can just join for a little bit and ask questions. Okay. Right. So you can also type it. If you have any questions, you can also type it. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Okay. I'll wait for your so far we've spoken about affirmative sentences. Now let's use present perfect tense in a negative sentence. Okay. Let's say your sentence this time is I haven't done anything, and this is such a negative sentence, but I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. Okay, but sometimes we use it to just exaggerate things that you've not done anything. So now I want to. So far we learned use the verb LENA and then DENA. Now in this one, I want you to sort of like practice karna, the verb karna. Okay, and that's the whole purpose of learning a new verb, not a new verb, but practicing a new verb along with negative scenario. Okay, I thought this was difficult, but you just did it, Tara ji and Priya ji. Okay, okay, awesome. I haven't done anything. Okay, and anything is kuch bhi. Okay, anything is kuch bhi, or you can also use kuch. Okay, so let's say. So how will you do it? You will say, मैंने, and you say कुछ नहीं, मैंने कुछ नहीं और कुछ भी नहीं. And then the verb is, because it's karna, you will be saying मैंने कुछ नहीं किया है. Okay. In this case, the implied, object is a masculine singular. Okay, and that's why as you probably have guessed, your masculine singular is kiya, plural is kiye, feminine singular is ki, and then feminine plural is ki. Okay, but in this case you will saying मैंने कुछ नहीं किया है. I have not done anything. Okay, hopefully this makes sense. What about something similar? Now, one thing you want to notice is there's a nahi, which is basically because the sentence is written in a negative sense, right? So that is coming before your verb. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया है. Okay. So I want to practice one more sentence here. I haven't cleaned. I haven't cleaned my car. Okay. I haven't cleaned my car. How do you say that in Hindi? I haven't cleaned my car. So let's practice this one also. So the question is from Kevin, why don't you use the Hindi alphabet? Just wondering. Yeah, no, it's a fair question, Kevin G. The answer is, it's our student. It's I mean, it's not a beginner's class. It's not a way to advanced class as well. So most of the folks, some of them they are interested in learning grammar. Some of them are interested in learning conversational Hindi, and as a language learner, right, you learn to speak first, then you learn to write. Even like my kids, they're speaking Hindi first, then after that they'll start to learn how to write, and then the final thing is like then I can ask them to kind of not only just speak and write, but be able to kind of like practice both together, read as well. Okay, so that's the reason I in between you will see some Devanagari script, but majority of the class is Romanagari, which is English written in Hindi. I tried to do Devanagari in between, but it gets a little bit challenging, more challenging for people, because then there are two things to figure out: the Devanagari script as well as the grammar. Okay. Hopefully the rationale makes sense. Okay, so Tara ji saying मैंने मेरी गाड़ी साफ नहीं की है, and then Cynthia is saying मैंने अपनी गाड़ी साफ नहीं की है. Okay, let's see what other people think. Okay, so I'll just wait to hear one more response and then we'll jump to the answer. I haven't cleaned my car. Okay, so the answer is I haven't cleaned my car is मैंने. My car is usually is मेरी गाड़ी, but because it's used along with I in the beginning, मैंने अपनी गाड़ी साफ नहीं, because car is considered feminine singular, you'll be saying मैंने अपनी गाड़ी साफ नहीं की है. मैंने अपनी गाड़ी साफ नहीं की है. You can change it from car to something else as well. You can say मैंने अपना घर is house, घर साफ नहीं किया है. Okay, or you can say that housekeeping staff ने कमरे is rooms साफ नहीं किए हैं. One more thing that you'll notice, I'm just keeping the pronoun constant. It's always मैं. And again, another reason for that is because I don't want to have too many variables in a sentence where you are just spending time just changing everything. But I do expect you to practice it. Instead of मैं, you can use उन्होंने or उसने, Sarah ने, Ash ने. Just change it to however you want to say your sentence. The whole purpose of this class was just to kind of like get you to practice ne with the pronoun, and also get you to practice the verb conjugation. Everything else that is variable, I feel comfortable that we have made a lot of progress in the previous classes, so I feel comfortable you'll be able to get it. Okay. Can we practice on verb lana? Okay, lana is to bring. Okay. Okay, interesting one. So let me just think about a sentence and we can use that as well. Okay. So let's see. Do you have a sentence in mind? Which sentence you want to translate? Taraji? I'm happy to use that. To bring is लाना. To bring is लाना. Okay. There are several sentences that they come to my mind. I have brought vegetables. I have brought vegetables from supermarket. From supermarket. I think that's what you meant. I have brought um, vegetables from supermarket. So let's see if you guys can say that in Hindi. And I think that's what you meant, Taraji. And if you want to make it more complicated, you can say social. And if you want to say it in negative scenario, you can say social media hasn't brought happiness. It hasn't brought happiness in people's lives, in our lives. Let's say in our lives. Okay, it's a little bit more complicated, but it's written in present perfect using the verb lana that you are interested in. So let's do the first one. I have brought vegetables from supermarket. So as both of you said, you'll be मैं supermarket से सब्जियां लाया हूँ. Okay. So see, it's a little bit interesting now. मैं supermarket से सब्जियां लाया हूँ. So you can say सब्जियां, मैं दुकान से सब्जी, मैंने दुकान से. Okay. So मैं दुकान से सब्जियां, मैंने दुकान से सब्जियां ली. Okay, so it's interesting one, right? Because there are multiple ways to say that, right? If you want to say using the method one, you can say मैं दुकान से सब्जियां ला चुका हूँ. Okay, or ला चुकी हूँ. And the other one is, as Priya ji just mentioned, मैं दुकान से सब्जी लाई हूँ. Okay. Now if there's a third method here, and which is what I ended up using it. But if I want to just use the second method, it would be मैंने दुकान से सब्जियां ली है. That's how you'll be using it. You're still using the second method, मैंने दुकान से और supermarket से, and then you're saying सब्जियां. सब्जियां is feminine plural, and okay, it's not ली है actually. That's the mistake I'm making here. मैंने दुकान से सब्जियां ली है. Okay, it's an interesting one. Okay, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why it is creating confusion, because it's you will be saying मैं दुकान से सब्जियां लाया हूँ. Okay, that's how you'll be saying it. मैं दुकान से सब्जियां लाया हूँ. It's basically the difference between transitive and intransitive verb. Okay, you'll be saying मैं लाया. You will not be saying मैंने लाया. Okay. If you want more practice on this one, we can have another class just to focus on intransitive verb. For it's the same thing as like you saying मैं सोया. You will not be saying मैंने सोया. Okay, there is no object that is receiving the action, and that's the reason I prefer the first method. मैं सब्जियां ला चुका हूँ, because you don't have to worry about whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. You're simply saying मैं ला चुका हूँ. Okay. So slight digression, but yes, you can say that मैं दुकान से सब्जियां लाया हूँ. और you can say social media हमारी जिंदगी में खुशियां नहीं लाया है, hasn't brought happiness in our life. Okay, hopefully this makes sense. This is an interesting one. It's like a googly in between. You're playing cricket and all of a sudden somebody has thrown a googly at you. मैंने supermarket से सब्जियां लाई हैं. So I, all of you will end up making the same mistake which I was trying to fit as well. But yeah, remember, lana, it's a intransitive verb. Intransitive verb. And not a transitive verb. That's why मैंने will not work here. You can say मैं सब्जियां ला चुका हूँ. Okay. So let me write it down so that we don't make a mistake. I have brought vegetables. मैं सब्जियां ला चुका हूँ. Either you can say that or ला चुकी हूँ, or you can say मैं सब्जियां लाया or लाई. Lie for a girl, laya for a guy. Now, because there is no ne, you are still, you're not conjugating based on the object, you're conjugating based on subject. So it's not difficult actually. Doing intransitive verb is not that difficult because it's, you're removing na and you're just putting ya or ye or ye. Hum sabjiyan laye. Okay? Hum sabjiyan. Now in this case, the ending you can say, मैं सब्जियां लाया हूँ. Okay. Hopefully this makes sense. Okay. Could you tell us different forms of lana? Okay. So I think we should definitely do. See, looking at the interest of this one, we should definitely do one class just on present perfect using intransitive verbs. So that way we've covered all the scenarios. Okay. So it would be laya for masculine singular. मैं सब्जियां हम सब्जियां लाए लाया लाए. Okay, and then मैं सब्जियां लाई, and then lie with nasalized sound. These are the 4 different forms. Okay, but to your point, I think we should do why is lana मैंने, why is lana intransitive? Because you say to bring what? Who will answer that? Who will answer that? Will you say मैंने लाया? Like the way you will say, will you say मैंने लाया versus मैं लाया? Okay. So I think I think we should to get into this topic, I think it's better we spend Rita ji and Tara ji. We should really spend the full class on this one, so that way we don't create any confusion. So hang in there, okay, and then we'll cover this part in detail, okay, and I promise we'll cover it, okay. It's an interesting verb, and I want to dig deeper and clarify all the concepts for you. So, but in the meantime, you hang in there. Okay? Now we'll do one more sentence, and then we'll complete the class a bit early today. Now the next one I want to do is negative and interrogative. Interrogative. Okay, so this one is haven't you received scholarship? Haven't you received scholarship? Haven't you received scholarship? How will you say that in Hindi? Okay, so the answer should be in yes, no. So look into it and tell me how will you say that. Haven't you received scholarship? Okay, give it a try. Haven't you received scholarship? Okay, क्या आप scholarship नहीं? Okay, to receive in this case you can still use the verb मिलना, मिलना. Okay, haven't you received scholarship? And this one, I think this one is also interesting because you may not be using. Um, um, let's just change it because this one you'll not be using let's just, if I were to just say interrogative, you will be saying, let me make some changes. Have you received? Have you decided? Actually, change the sentence, and rather from just say have you decided? Have you decided? Okay, so just do the interrogative, and then we will do the other one also, interrogative and negative. Have you decided? Okay, to decide is, to decide you can say फैसला, फैसला करना, फैसला करना, or you can say decide करना. So the other one you can, okay, right after, yeah, that's right. So we'll come to this, the other one also, and I think Priyaji got it right. Um, okay, so this one you will saying, as Tara ji has mentioned, have you decided would be क्या आपने फैसला, फैसला किया है? Okay, you have decided would be आपने फैसला किया है. Okay, this one is simple because आपने decision किया है और लिया है. Okay, आपने फैसला किया है. Now because it's interrogative, you are starting the sentence with क्या, क्या आपने फैसला किया है. Okay, have you decided? Okay, now the other one, the reason I kind of switch it because it doesn't really follow. The other one was like, haven't you received scholarship? क्या आपको scholarship नहीं मिली है? That's how you're saying the previous sentence. कि आपको scholarship नहीं मिली है. Now it's interesting because it, even though it's मिल चुकी है और मिली है, both of them are indicating it in present perfect tense, but you're using ko, and that's why I was like, let me take a pause because you guys might be expecting ne here, and also the ending, it's slightly different than what we've been practicing so far. So hopefully this makes sense though. Why I switched, and as all of you kind of rightly guessed, क्या आपने decide किया है, क्या आपने फैसला किया है, all of that is correct. Okay, so with that in mind, we can wrap up today's class. Again, my apologies for starting the class a bit late, and also not doing it on Hangout today. Um, I've been delaying to switch from Hangout to something else. I knew that Google will discontinue, or YouTube will discontinue the use of Google Hangout at some point, but don't worry about it. We'll figure something out, and all you have to do is just continue to look at tiny.cc at Hindi University, and you can also sign up to our mailing list, and you will know about any kind of changes, etc. So we can kind of like and what you can do to sign up to Hindi University is go to tinyurl.com/Hindi univ, and you can sign up to our mailing list. Okay, so let's wrap up today's class. We'll meet again next Sunday, and I'll be sending more details for that. Okay, so have a good rest of the Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Um, so I think, you know, the quick question here is Taraji saying the last sentence was a bit difficult. I think I can spend a bit more time on that, which is basically, haven't you received scholarship? I think I can spend, haven't you received? So to make it simple, I would start with you received, or you received, you received scholarship. Start with simple sentence, and then it will make, then it will make sense. You receive scholarship. And if the sentence was very simple, you will say, it's something that you're receiving. You will be saying, आपको scholarship मिलती है. That's how you'll say it. You receive scholarship. Okay. If it is written in the past tense, you receive scholarship, you'll be saying, आपको scholarship मिली. That's how you'll be saying it in past tense. Okay. If it was written in, did you receive scholarship? If it was written like this, then you'll be saying, क्या आपको scholarship मिली? Okay. It will be like that. Okay. And if it is past perfect, have you received scholarship? Okay. Have you received scholarship? क्या आपको scholarship मिली है? Okay. And if it is written like, haven't you received scholarship? Haven't you received scholarship? Then you can say, क्या आपको scholarship नहीं मिली है? नहीं मिली है. That's how you'll be saying it. क्या आपको scholarship नहीं मिली है? Okay. So I think the confusion is not necessarily around the portion. I think it's all of a sudden we started using ko, because so far we were using ne. But if you look at it again, just the ending. Okay, I think I'm glad. I didn't want to leave you in the situation where you are like thinking about this sentence, but I hope this makes sense, which from your response it seems like it makes sense. So we'll wrap up today's class. Please share the video with other folks in different groups so they can also join our Hindi, Sunday Hindi class. Have a good rest of the Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.